Well, hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And tonight we have, let's say, a challenge. Many of you remember my live stream about Endgame last year, and I went really hard on discount Barbican for planting those claims about King Charles and Princess Catherine with that mistake and how I was, well, for a lack of a better word, over the top. Since then, I have sworn to keep both the Royal Rogue and the body language guy 100% family friendly. But this is the first time since then that I will have a hard time keeping that promise. But don't worry, this show is going to be family friendly. Sort of. A royal aide from Buckingham Palace has confirmed that Her Late Majesty Queen Elizabeth was, and I quote, as angry as I'd ever seen her after sausages claimed they had her blessing to use her childhood nickname. The full cover headline, Queen's Fury over naming of baby Lilibet, is apt. And you might think that I was going to start off with the Minga, but no, I'm going to start with the ginger knobhead. I would like to know what kind of grandson betrays the trust of the woman who made sure to cover all his dirty tracks. The woman who made sure that her dead from the neck up grandson, A, did not get into more trouble, and B, had at least a remote shadow of a reputation in the military. Because it would have been far better if the Crimson Wanker was just lazy. Do nothing, you get. You have the luxury of being invisible. But no, you were just too stupid to realize your unique privilege. Even if your own mother said it herself, and I'm sure she still tells you how stupid you are in every single Ouija session. But no, you wanted to prove that you were more than just a spare, right? But whatever plans were being crafted in your dimly lit head just led you into becoming the ungrateful, pathetic, subservient tosser who is still good at nothing. I'm tired of saying that manky methane cut off your crown jewels. I have come too late to the realization that you never had testicles in the first place. Because there is no other explanation as to how you led the Tinseltown trollop to literally spit in your grandmother's image and legacy. I have no pity for you, Harry. You're an empty shell, an NPC. If there was a Bell End Club, you would be the president. And you know what is the saddest part? That you are so dumb, such an unredeemable blunker, that you will never realize how people have taken advantage of you and will keep taking advantage of you. Sad existence that awaits you. But now let's go with the random color freeloader, Meghan. What can I tell you that I haven't told you yet? Well, in fact, a lot. Because you know that I'm a gentleman, right? I've been always pulling my punches with you, and I will keep pulling my punches just because you're a woman. I am not going to break my gentleman code about women, not even because of you. But you don't really need me to attack you. No. Your own ego is doing that job for me beautifully. Because if there's one thing I know is what kind of person you are. Insecure, needy for attention, but not any kind of attention. No. They say that any publicity is good publicity, right? But you know very well that this is not true because you lack the thick skin required to profit from infamy. You don't have the Kardashian great hide required to thrive in the mouth of millions. You not only want people to mention you want people to love you because that's something that you lacked, motherly love. You want to blame Doria for that, but of course, you still need her around for the representation. Anyway, this is still true. You need people to love you, to approve what you do, and you genuinely thought that attacking the royal family was going to win you the underdog storyline, the lone woman who was set to modernize the monarchy. That was never going to work. That was never going to work, Megan. All that social climbing for what? A handful of gold coins? A Montecito crib? A string of failed opportunities that have exposed your true nature to the world? I'm going to tell you something, dear biracial friend. You're way past the point of no return. You crossed the infamy event horizon long ago. There's no coming back from this. And I don't blame all the people that say that you're getting ready for the divorce of the century. And I find that amusing because that's a possibility. But if you think you can reclaim the world's sympathy by pretending to be the victim of an abusive marriage, well, the only ones that are going to believe you have their brains so rotten that their cognitive abilities more or less match your husband's. Nobody's going to believe you. So you will have to stay with the ginger whinger for a while. Not gonna lie, I'm not fond of watching people suffer, but I could make an exception for the most spectacular ex-royal Schadenfreude. And regarding what Meghan did to her late majesty, I think nobody expressed it better than J.E. May. And with her permission, I will read her words. The latest confirmation again shows us Meghan's consistent passive aggressive behavior towards Her Majesty from the start, turning her back to the Queen at a garden party, turning her back and chatting on the balcony, sneering down at Her Majesty on the balcony, refusing the Queen's request to come for a meeting, refusing the Queen's invitation to Sandringham for Archie's first Christmas, refusing invitations to Balmoral several years, refusing the invitation to visit the Queen when she was ill and dying at Balmoral, refusing to let the Queen send Archie a personal or appropriate Christmas gift for a child, instead asking for a kitchen appliance, leaking information about the wreath she sent to Philip's funeral during the televised funeral coverage to draw attention to herself, referring to Her Majesty as Harry's grandmother rather than by her formal title as Queen of the UK, describing the Queen in understated terms like nice lady, with no recognition of the iconic historic life she led and her significance in history, attempting to move into Windsor Castle, official home of the monarch, to develop her own court there, undercutting Her Majesty and the palace by issuing their January 2020 manifesto without warning, lying to Her Majesty about her own father and family as the Queen encouraged her to contact her father and straighten out their issues before the wedding, recording her mocking beau while seated on a couch in her Netflix documentary, recorded and intended to be aired while the Queen was still alive, another passive aggressive striking out at the Queen. These are just a few of the ways in which Meghan showed her complete disrespect for and disregard of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, even after she had been warmly welcomed into the family. I'm sure some of you will recall other significant examples. But my royal rogues, I would love to know, what do you think about this in the comments? And remember to download my free body language tips in the description of this video if you want to read anybody like a book. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and remember the two most important words: much love and bliss.